Greetings. I know y'all miss me online, so I'm glad to share with y'all for a minute. Your girl just wants to let y'all know some stuff, and I feel like a lot of y'all already know. Like, a lot of y'all are aware. You know how I like to say that before I became, like, on my spiritual journey, I was living consciously unconscious. And what I mean by that is, like, of course I'm conscious. I was awake. I was living every day, but I was unconscious to just just everything that was right. Like, I was unconscious. I was living so wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was eating wrong. I was following the wrong things. I had a sometimes detrimental state of mind, and I had negative thoughts about just life in general and stuff like that. A lot of people here live consciously unconscious. The real fact of the matter is that a lot of people are not going to wake up. It's the sad truth. And you know, I feel like, my God's put me here. Well, I chose to be here, I guess, as a healer and a helper, but it's only but so much that I can help, and it's only but so much that I can do to teach other people. I'm so passionate about, teaching others and just helping y'all to understand things, because I know what it's like to be consciously unconscious. I wasn't born, well, I was born more conscious, but as a cycle of life, of course, I lost my way, and then I had to find my way. And then even finding your way it's not easy. Like, for me, for instance, my guys would never let me be the type of person who could just, I can't be a type of person who is just sitting here eating meat all my life, deteriorating my body, keeping a negative state of mind, worshiping a religion, all of that stuff. Like, my guys would never let me be that type of oblivious. And why? Because they send me signs, and sometimes things will be detrimental. Like, I'm passionate about certain things because I've been through a lot. You understand? Like, as far as health wise, I've had 3 surgeries in my life. One was from a lump in my boob. That was in 2014, where I was 15 years old, or I was 14 or 15 years old when I had a lump removed from my breast. It wasn't cancerous. You know what it came from? It came from deodorant. Because you use these deodorants, these Secret and whatever brand you use deodorants, and that they have such harmful products, and your armpit is the closest thing to your breast. This is why a lot of women suffer from breast cancer and lumps in their boobs and stuff like that. So I learned something then. When I had my child, I was very sick. You know, I was very sick. I have a video on it. I ought to post it and show y'all. Like, for me, unfortunately, yeah, it's the aluminum in the deodorant, and then plus all the other ingredients. Now I have studied this to the point where I know I can just look at something and be like, oh, that ingredient gotta go. I don't care what the name of it is. I don't care. I don't care if it's Nature's Valley, Promise. I don't care what it is. When I look at them ingredients, that's how I know what is for me, what is not for me. And at this point, I make everything that I use, because you just can't trust the store. Everything says natural, organic. Don't let them fool you, baby. Look at them ingredients. Actually Google them ingredients. As long as you spend on your phone, you can take time out to Google the ingredients to the products that you use on a daily basis. Please, please, please. It will open your eyes to something that you have never even realized, and that we just live so blind to on a regular basis. But womb trauma, unfortunately, is passed down in my family. My mother was very sick to the point where she was damn near on her deathbed every time she was pregnant, except for the last time. I had my son. I was very sick. It's to the point where my sister what is she, 27 years old. She says she doesn't want to have any kids, and that's just heartbreaking for me. But her lifestyle is her lifestyle. I know part of it is because of just the lifestyle that she lives, and part of it is because she's scared. And I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a scary thing, especially when it's passed down to you. Like, I didn't do nothing to receive that trauma. That's generational curses. You understand? And this is just why health is so important to me. Womb health is so important to me. You know, like I was on a birth control for 3 years that proved to be very detrimental to my body. Something that I've never shared before, and I'm gonna do a video on it. I'm not gonna talk about it too much because it's still a very emotional topic for me. As you can hear, my voice is already breaking. But I had an ectopic pregnancy. If you don't know what that is, you should look that up, because I had no clue what it was until I was in the doctor's office and they told me that is what was going on with me. Very detrimental. I had to have surgery for that ectopic pregnancy. I had one of my tubes removed, one of my fallopian tubes, and this was in February. So yeah, like things happen. Like, my guides, they never allowed me to live a natural, normal, oblivious life. And you know, being a bigger person, I could say I love them for that, you know, because irregardless to the fact that unfortunately I have had to struggle as far as health is concerned, as far as life is concerned, I have had to struggle more than the average person ever has to struggle. But you know, that struggle doesn't go in vain. And that is what is so important. And, you know, I wouldn't trade my life for anybody else's life, because I've learned to turn my lessons. I've learned to realize that my lessons are triumphs. They are things that I've overcome, and it has fueled a passion in me to help you all, so that you all don't have to deal with those type of things. First of all, I be hearing the commercials for the birth control and stuff like that, and during the commercial, it is so long. Like, they be like, can cause ectopic pregnancy. Y'all need to look up that. I'm telling you, you don't know what that is, you need to look it up, because that was the most detrimental thing that has ever happened to me in my life. I will not lie to y'all. Can cause cysts, blood clots, all type of shit. And it's just like, you do all that not to have a baby. Like, if that's the case, then you should just not have sex to not have a baby. Like, I don't get it. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get it at the same time, because we just have to realize that we just have to realize that the doctors are not on our side. Like, they're going to tell you that cramping during your period is normal, that passing blood clots when you have your period is normal. Get out. They're going to tell you that ovarian cyst is common and that it happens a lot. Like, they're gonna tell you all of this shit is normal, and it comes to a point where you like, since when the fuck is this normal? Since when is you having to cut a motherfucking baby out of me normal? Like, why is that standard procedure? Absolutely not. I absolutely do not believe 200 years ago and even further back that babies were getting cuts out of women's stomach. I do not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much stuff that I do not believe. I do not believe that ovarian cyst is something that was normal. I do not believe that I'm supposed to be bleeding for that somebody's supposed to bleed for 7 days on their period. Like, how the fuck is that normal? Like, they tell you shit is normal, and it's really a cry out for your body. So you really have to listen and pay attention to your body and what your body says to you. And granted, everybody is not meant to be great. unfortunately, I don't argue with people. There's so many people in this world who's going to say, oh, the doctor says eggs are good for me and I need chicken and this, that, and the third. And there's plenty of people who are going to be like, I've been eating it my whole life and ain't nothing happened. And it's just like, please knock on wood after you said that, because anything can happen. I also believe that the doctors wait until shit is detrimental to tell you something. Like, you can see inside somebody's body that it is deteriorating, that it is going left, but they wait until they find a tumor or some shit to bring it up. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't trust them. And I tell y'all all the time, I don't blame the doctors, because if I went to school for 8 years and studied something, I think I was the motherfucking king of that shit too. I think I know everything there is to know about it. But guess what? The government passes down that knowledge that the doctors study for 8 years and so on in school. And if you don't know the government is corrupt by now, then you just need to close the video altogether, because I don't even have time for that type of foolishness in my life right now. But seriously, pay attention, y'all. Like, everybody is not me. All of y'all don't have to go through the most detrimental of things for you to change the way that you look at and view things. I go through detrimental shit because my guys is cutthroat. And in retaliation, I'm cutthroat. I'm very serious. I realize that when I'm talking to y'all about wellness, I'm a little snappy, and I'm sorry about that. But I don't mean to be snappy. It's just like, it's just something that I'm passionate about. It's just like, no buts. It's like when you're talking to your child, and it's just like, did I tell you not to do that? No buts. No nothing. If this is happening, it's not normal. Listen to the doctor if you want to. Where is that going to get you? Black women have basically right now in America, us black women have the most unhealthiest wombs, period. Like, we the ones who have the most problems. We the ones who have the most miscarriages, the most hysterectomies, the highest numbers for ovarian cysts and breast cancer and all of that stuff. We are the targets. If ain't nobody else got to get their shit together, us. And we not black. We are colored. Excuse me for referring to us as black, because black is a fucking color. Like, it's just a color. That's all it is. It's not a human race. But we are colored people. We are melanated people. And we are being targeted. And we are being fooled. And we have been being fooled for years, to the point where your great-great-grandmother was being fooled. And your grandmother's being fooled, and your grandmother's being fooled, and your mother's being fooled, and now you're being fooled. And if you don't tighten up, you're going to pass that right down to your daughter, and then your daughter's going to be fooled. You know what I will not have? I will not have my daughter suffering the way that I've had to suffer. I will not have my daughter having any surgeries or anything happening to her womb. I will not let this stuff carry down. I will not let the trauma that my family has passed down of womb trauma, I will not pass that down to my kids. And then granted, my firstborn is a son. Great. You know what I'm saying? But I intend to have more kids. And I will not pass that. I will not bring that down to them. And you should be thinking so much about your children as well. Like, it's so important. I could cry. Like, because I'm so passionate for y'all. And I want to see a world where we are healthier and we are doing better. I want our numbers to go down. I want us to rise above and be smarter. And I want us to do it not because it's trending, but because we need to evolve. Like, I don't even know I'm emotional. I'm ovulating. And I don't know why I'm so emotional right now, but it is so serious. It is just absolutely important. And I don't know, I just want y'all to be better. Y'all understand? Like, I don't care if I've never met you before. I pray to God that your womb is healthy. You know, I pray to God, I pray to the divine that you never have to experience a miscarriage or a stillbirth or, you know, any type of trauma along those lines. You know, I hope you never get cancer. I hope, you know, you learn. I hope you learn from the mistakes of everybody else. Like, I really hope that you can do better. And this is me. I'm speaking from experience. Somehow I always slip in the cracks. Like, you know how they be like it's only 10 out of 100 people will ever have, what is it? Only, I forgot the numbers, but they say the number is very low. Like, it's a very low chance that you will ever have an ectopic pregnancy, like 1 out of 30 pregnancies. And somehow I become that one. You know what I'm saying? Or, the sickness that I experienced when I was pregnant with my son is called hyperemesis. It's severe morning sickness to the point where when I drank cold water, I threw up cold water 2 minutes later. I could not eat when I was pregnant. I could not nourish my baby. I was going to die. My baby was surviving off the vitamins and nutrients that I had stored in my body. The longest I went without eating was 14 days. Like, I could have died trying to carry my child. That is how real it was. I was on bed rest. I had an IV connected to the closest vein to my heart, feeding me medicine, and I forgot what that medicine is called, but now the medicine is banned. And they recommend that you never take that. I think it's called Zofran. I don't know if y'all ever seen the commercials for that, but that was the medicine that I was taking every day. Every 12 hours I took that medicine. I was hooked up to a 24-hour IV bag to the point where I was installing my own medicine into my IV. I have struggled, you understand? And I hope that none of y'all ever have to struggle. And my heart truly goes out to the women who have struggled like that. And I just want to see it better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to not be us anymore. I would prefer that it not be anybody, but I especially want it to not be us who go through those things, because I'm going to make very damn well sure that it is not my family, that it is nobody that is kin to me who will ever experience anything along those lines. But it's not only my exact kin that matter, it is all of you all that matter as well. Like, your wellness matters, because we are stronger together. The fact of the matter that Black women have the highest numbers and all of that detrimental shit is just so sad. And this is just why I'm so passionate about it. So really, do your own research. Get off of birth control. I really don't want to hear about how you've been on birth control for 10 plus years and nothing has happened to you, because you're just advocating that birth control is okay. And then the next woman is going to go get on birth control and something detrimental is going to happen to her. So don't even advocate it. If you've been on it, that's something that you should actually be ashamed of. No offense, but that's something for you to just, how some stuff you just don't tell. That's just one of those things that you should just keep to yourself personally, because you're advocating for it like it's a good thing. And then they think it's okay. Oh, she been on it and it never happened to her, so now they think it's okay. And now she's going to do it. And then when she does it, it's going to be so detrimental to her that it might get stuck in there. She might have to get surgery, and she might never be able to have kids. And that could have been her one and only dream. So please, just be better. Like, and just take it from somebody who's been through it all. Like, I've been through so much trauma. And it's just so much shit that I wouldn't wish on anybody. And I don't even have a worst enemy, because I don't carry enemies, because I don't carry hate. But it's just something that I wouldn't wish on no one. And I just want us as a collective to be better and to be smarter and to pay attention. PMS is not a thing. If you're experiencing PMS symptoms, you're not healthy. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's the truth. If you're experiencing cramping during your periods, if you pass clots during your periods, if your periods are super duper heavy, all of it is a no-go. And in a natural time, back in the day, a person would have came to their priestess or whoever was around, and they would have told them, like, it hurts when I'm on my period, and they would have gave them the herbs and fixed it up. You know what I'm saying? And really gave you the minerals and the vitamins and everything that you were lacking to help heal you. These doctors, they give you medicine and shit that takes away one thing and then adds on, and then also deprives the body and strips the minerals and nutrients so that you have even more problems. Like, they study that shit in the lab. So of course it seems like it works and it's great for you, but it's not. It is actually very bad for you. So pay attention to your womb. Pay attention to what is going on. Stop passing down the trauma. Let go. Break the generational curses. Like, right now, we're here right now. We're in the middle of a motherfucking revolution. If y'all did not know that, be the change. Make the change. I can't be the only one who's preaching about womb wellness. All of y'all ain't gonna listen to me. Facebook is only gonna let a certain amount of people see my damn video anyway. So you have to also learn. And you don't gotta get on live and teach. Teach your friends, teach your daughters and your sister and your family, so that y'all no longer have to go through things like that. Yes, Sacred Woman was one of my first books that started off my spiritual journey, and she dropped a lot of gems in there. But she says a lot of this stuff as well too. Like, just, she talks about, a sacred woman. Like, literally, it's about your womb. As a woman, your womb is your center and core. If your womb is not right, you're not right. You feel me? Getting what's that shit called? Like UTIs and shit like that. That shit is really not that normal. It's not normal. And them shit that they give you at the doctor is no bueno. Like, just give it up. I even know I've been up here for 20 minutes already. But yeah, I'm about to get off because I like to keep it nice and short, so that you can come back. But getting in touch with your divine feminine is important. For a woman, your womb is your ambiance. That is the most important part of your body. Literally, everybody don't got a womb. Only us women have wombs, and these wombs are so important. Don't you think they're extremely important? If these wombs are what create life, like, if all of our wombs are deteriorated and unhealthy, how are we going to create? Let's think about it. I'm going to leave y'all with that to just marinate on. And I got a little emotional, even though I was crying for a second. I'm not going to take this video down. Just thank you for listening, and really just meditate and contemplate on your wellness.